It's tax day, so we're going to spread some great day cheer. We'll see you at 9.
Cleaning your gutters can be dangerous. Never clean your gutters again. Gutter Helmet installs their patented gutter protection system over your existing gutters, saving you a ton of money with a manufacturer's lifetime warranty. No more ladders, no more yearly cleaning. Call for a free estimate. 888-5HELMET.
What if our best friends are our best hope? IMAX invites you to experience the world of dogs through their eyes, ears, and noses. Superpower Dogs with super narration by me, Chris Evans, major dog fan.
Now showing at the St. Louis Science Center OmniMax Theater.
Hey, Mercedes, how about letting your hair down a little?
How about a car for people who don't play golf?
How about something for a guy who doesn't want a corner office?
Hey, Mercedes, I don't even own a tie. You think I need a mahogany dashboard?
Hey, Mercedes, can you make it a little cooler in here?
I'm setting the temperature to 68 degrees.
We hear you. We made a car that does too. Make the first ever A-Class your first ever Mercedes-Benz. Lease the A2 24matic for just $379 a month with credit towards your first month's payment at the Mercedes-Benz Spring Event. Offers end April 30th.
Hi, I'm Jeff. In my Johnsonville commercial, we open up in the forest. I'm out in the wild eating my breakfast, and all of a sudden, a raccoon come up and asked me, "Are those bigger patties?" I said, "Yep." Wolf comes in and says, "Wow, that's a lot of sausage." And we had a good laugh about that. Johnsonville breakfast sausage has 15% larger patties. Fits on a biscuit.
Clogged, overflowing rain gutters can cause serious damage to your home. Don't buy new gutters. Gutter Helmet has been saving homeowners thousands of dollars by installing our patented system over your existing gutters. Don't delay any longer. Call Gutter Helmet for a free quote.
Breaking news for St. Charles County drivers. This is what it looks like on 70 eastbound after a semi caught fire and closed the interstate. Traffic is moving again, but you can expect slowdowns. Have the alternate routes for you.
Breaking overnight, a man hit and killed in the Central West End. News 4 is tracking the latest.
Known for chasing criminals,
it is lawlessness that when we're not pursuing these criminals.
Now a St. Ann officer injured during a pursuit. It follows another chase that ended in a crash just a few days earlier.
Still in the dark this morning.
Came home and no power.
Ameren working overnight trying to restore power after high winds caused damage across St. Louis.
The clock is ticking to file your taxes, but there are some tax day freebies to celebrate with.
In the wake of some crazy weekend weather, things have calmed down, but it's cold this morning. Nice warm up to look forward to, and another chance for strong storms this week. I'll pinpoint that with the Super Predictor coming up.
Live from the KMOV Broadcast Center in downtown St. Louis. This is News 4, watching out for you.
Good morning. Thank you for waking up with us on this Monday. I'm Paige Holsey for Corey Stark.
And I'm Marissa Hollowed. We start right now with breaking news from overnight in the Central West End. A pedestrian is dead after being struck just outside of Forest Park. Police say the man was hit by a vehicle around 11 o'clock last night on Kings Highway near Lindell. He was rushed to the hospital but did not survive. Police tell us the driver did remain on scene.
Charges could be filed this morning after a chase ended with a police officer in the hospital.
St. Ann police tell us it started last night with a carjacking. News 4's Justin Andrews is live in the newsroom this morning with video you'll only see here on 4. Good morning, Justin.
Good morning. That carjacking was at gunpoint at the Schnucks in Bridgeton, police say, and that kicked this whole thing off. The chase went through Breckenridge Hills and into Charlac. Police say the suspect dropped somebody off and it was all over at MLK and Ogden. This is video of that aftermath you won't see anywhere else this morning. The suspects crashed head-on with a St. Ann police officer. This morning we're told the officer will be okay. He had a few cuts and scrapes. He's getting x-rays done on his legs. This is the second chase in about 7 days where a car St. Ann police officers chased hit one of their patrol cars. News 4 talks directly with the chief in St. Ann, and he makes it clear his officers will chase suspects if they try to run from officers regardless of their offense. The chief says they chase criminals to send a message, quote, stay out of St. Ann. Two suspects were taken into custody in this latest chase. We'll be waiting for those charges to come down. We're live in the newsroom this morning. I'm Justin Andrews, News 4.
This morning, St. Louis County Police are investigating a suspicious death involving a 14-year-old. Investigators say the boy was shot Sunday inside of a home in North County. It happened in the Hidden Lake Park neighborhood off of Park Tree Lane. Officers found the teen with a gunshot wound on Sunday afternoon. He was taken to a nearby hospital where he later died. A neighbor says she called police Saturday night after hearing gunshots near the home. Right now, police are not releasing the name of the victim.
Several thousand Ameren customers are still without power this morning after strong winds swept through early Sunday morning. Many of those outages are in South St. Louis County and North St. Louis County, but there's really a lot of cleanup to do throughout the St. Louis area. Sunday morning's wind brought down numerous trees and power lines. A woman in the Compton Heights area got a rude wake-up call when a tree that once reached over her 3-story home came crashing down.
It woke us up with a large crash and then looked out the window and saw some sparks and then walked to another window and saw that we didn't have a tree anymore.
There were also multiple reports of roof damage, including at the Old Cathedral in downtown St. Louis. Parishioners arrived yesterday to find part of the copper roof torn off. The church canceled Palm Sunday masses because of all that damage.
Right now, let's check in with weather and traffic, and we'll start with traffic. Hi, Laura.
Hello, Marissa. We start with traffic whenever there is a big traffic concern, and there definitely is one for our friends in the St. Peters and O'Fallon, Lake St. Louis, and Wentzville area. During the 4 o'clock hour, we told you about this semi-fire that completely closed 70 eastbound at T.R. Hughes. As you can see now, traffic is getting by, but it's a slow go. So for those of you who do typically take 70, I would give yourself at least 5-10 extra minutes to navigate that area. Now, the good news is it is so early, so we aren't even close to the heart of the morning commute, and hopefully it will be cleaned up by the time many of you get out the door. But if you do have to get out the door now, especially if you live in O'Fallon, I would recommend going. My clicker will work. I don't think it will. I would recommend you going up to Highway 79 or even 370 to get onto the interstate. If you have the option of taking 64, it is wide open. Check it out, 64 right at Highway K. No issues there. The BJC Skycam Network showing us that view. And as we go out wide, the only issue that I am tracking, Kent, is that one up in St. Charles County. And as soon as it clears, you better believe we'll let you know on News 4 this morning in these reports brought to you by our friends at Joe's Market Basket.
Well, more importantly, you broke your clicker?
I did. It's Monday.
Okay, well, I hope you don't think I'm paying for that because that ain't happening.
Thanks,
it's on
Ken.
you. All right, temperatures are near the freezing mark, above or below by a degree or two. It's 30 degrees right now in O'Fallon, Illinois, also in Edwardsville, 29 up in Troy, where you saw a little snow over the weekend, up in Bowling Green in Pike County. You had a little over 2 inches on the ground for a short period of time. Anyway, Eureka is right at 32, Bonne Terre is at 29. Now, this is a view from Missouri Baptist Medical Center and the roof of our at our BJC Skycam in Town and Country. Visibility is pretty good here, but there's a patch of fog. You may have seen that on Laura's camera in O'Fallon. There's a patch of fog here and there. 5 miles visibility in Alton, 9 miles in St. Charles, 3 in Chesterfield and Farmington. So just to be aware that you might run through a little area of fog. Mostly clear skies across the area. All the thunderstorms are rolling off the East Coast. They already rolled through Raleigh and Washington, D.C., Baltimore, New York still picking up some rain. Some of this is moving into Boston as we speak. This morning, near the freezing mark, clear skies, cold, patchy fog, which means that fog will freeze on your windshield, so you're probably going to be scraping some ice off your windshield, and not ice so much as like thick ice, but frost. So be prepared for that. Give yourself a couple extra minutes to get out there and scrape that off. 66 for the high, definitely a warmer day, but a breezy day, and it stays breezy all this week, in fact. And you'll see at 5:14 that we do have some midweek storms that have the potential to be quite strong, and we'll talk about that and show you the super predictor coming up.
All right, Kent, thank you. We're now following some breaking news out of Pontoon Beach. Police there are searching for a possible arsonist.
News 4's Alyssa Toomey just arrived at the mobile gas station off of Route 111. And Alyssa, tell us what you're finding out so far.
Well, Paige and Marissa, I'm going to step out of the way so you can get a better look at what I'm seeing right now, but you can see that this gas station pump behind me is just completely burnt to a crisp. There's also some police tape that you can see on the ground there, and as my photographer zooms in here, you can see that it's almost difficult to tell it was a gas pump at one point because the damage is just so significant. So let me walk you through what we know right now, and let me show you some video because this was actually the second gas station that was hit. The first was a Casey's nearby that was set on fire around 2 a.m. this morning. At Casey's, we were told that the suspect put 10 gallons of gas into the trash can and then set the can on fire, which then of course ignited the pump. Now, in both cases, the clerks were able to quickly jump into action and limit the damage here to just the pumps. The suspect right now is described as an older white man in a compact white 4-door car. The clerks said that they actually recognized the man as a regular at their stores. Now, we of course have put in calls to police this morning. We are still waiting to hear back from them. We will keep you updated on this scene and let you know as well if that suspect is ever arrested. For now, live this morning in Pontoon Beach, Alyssa Toomey, News 4.
Thank you, Alyssa. By the year 2020, the Bureau of Labor Statistics estimates there will be 1 million unfilled jobs in the field of computer science. Missouri Governor Mike Parson passed a bill that, as of this fall, will now allow Missouri schools to count computer science classes as either math or science credits. I checked in with Clayton High School. The Clayton District already has put a pretty heavy focus on computer science-related curriculum. Kids in the elementary school are already coding, and the high school's robotics team is competing in a global championship tomorrow.
We start providing these programs and get students interested and excited about computer science or STEM in general, then they'll have not only the skills but the motivation and the passion to move into these careers.
I made like some personal projects which I was really proud of.
And this is one of the projects Ariba, the student you heard from, is talking about. So she used coding to create this mosaic image that's made up of other tiny images. I was so impressed, and they had other things. The kids were talking about some other projects they did. They have like a meme generator, and they were coming up with video games. So it was really a way to make it kind of fun and have the kids connect with it.
Exactly. They're all dialed into their phones all the time, and so much of that, if they learn it the right way, will incorporate that math and science, and they can make it into a career.
I was impressed.
Very cool.